Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Lotus, back to you with another video. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep up a decent uploading schedule. I know I don't upload often, but I'm going to try and get with the system and get with the program here. But Paragon's new update 42.3 is coming out on the 29th, and Drongo has been released today. He has been teased the last couple of days and kind of, thrown out here and there. But here he is. His abilities are Old Rusty, Gag Grenade, Rad Rounds, and Shrapnel Cannon. His Old Rusty is your right mouse button, or L2 if you're on console. He throws his trusty boomerang, dealing damage and slowing enemies hit. The boomerang will deal damage on the way out and when it returns to him. So it's a double whammy there. Gag Grenade is his Q or his R1 if you're on console. Throw a tear gas grenade to a target location, and upon exploding, it creates a silence field. Enemies will not be able to use abilities when inside the gas. Now, before I move on to Rad Rounds and Shrapnel Cannon, I think that he will be a support / offlaner, and my reasoning behind that is he's one arranged, which will allow him to get the harass on safe lane for your carry to keep, like say, Wukong off of him, or he can play off lane. He's ranged, so that gives him already, the advantage of getting good last hits while still keeping the tower up. But if he's played on as a support in safe lane for your ADC, I feel that he's going to be a really good role there, because I think, now don't quote me on this, but I think he is the very first one with a silence ability built into his, his kit, because the only other ability that silences is Gag Order on Sleeper Agent, the card, and which is a really OP card, by the way. If you don't know what it is, Countess it's broken on Countess. It's not even... If you don't know about it now, you've been living under a rock. But anyways, that's why I think he'll be played as a support / offlaner. Now we'll move on. Rad Rounds is his E or his L1. You can load his revolver with uranium-tipped bullets. Landing attack or attacks applies stacking radiation, which deal burst damage after delay. So it's basically a ticking time bomb. With the more hits you get consistently on him, the more damage it'll do once it bursts. Shrapnel Cannon is his R or L1 and R1 if you're on controller or console. Drongo unleashes his cannon full of shrapnel, dealing a huge burst in front of him, which shreds armor and knocks back close enemies. The blast is so powerful that Drongo himself is knocked back by the ability. Now, with this ability, it further makes my opinion on him being a support even bigger, because it's kind of like Sevarog, but it's put on a character with a silence kit. So basically with Drongo, say you're supporting your safe lane ADC and your Wukong is pushing up and you just went and got back from mid, trying to help out the mid laner. If your jungler is clueless, you come back and he's kind of just chilling by the outskirts of the tower. You can just come up behind him and hit him with your ultimate and knock him into tower range and make it where your ADC can deal damage and the tower will deal damage and possibly get you the kill. But, I mean, it does quite a... From what I've seen in the trailer, which is on their official Paragon page if you'd like to go watch it, it does quite a bit of damage, which, like I said, this will come out on the 29th, and you are free to judge my opinion in any way, shape, or form that you would like. But this is my opinion, and I'd love to hear yours if you'd like to... express that with me. But there's also, that's not the most exciting thing I'm excited about coming with this update, and I will show you why. Okay, so this is one of the changes that they're making with 42.3. They listened to the community. Epic Games has listened to the community, and I thank them 1,000 thanks. Okay, so when version 42 first hit, the reputation cost from Mastery went from 75,000 to 500,000. That's a big upgrade. It went from 75 cents to $5 in premium in-game currency. And that's like a good, I'm gonna say 25 or I'm gonna say a good like 15 to 20 hours of gameplay to 100 hours. That's a lot just to get one character maxed or unlocked for mastery or ranked up in mastery. So they went ahead and reduced it and made it a little bit easier and it made it better for new players to come into the game. So it's rank 1, 25,000 reputations, which in 25 coins is like 25 cent. 75,000 reputation, 75 cent. 150,000 reputation is, $1.50. And at rank 4, 250,000 reputation or 250 coins was $2.50. Now, if you did purchase mastery levels during, 42's, version 42's uptime, you will get reimbursed. You will get a free mastery token for each of the ranks that you purchase, and each token can be used on any hero for any rank level. Okay, so they're reimbursing you and they're helping you get back what you spent a lot of the time and money that you earned to put into the game for that. So they're not making your 500,000 credits or your $5 useless. They're giving it back. And they're also, which is going to be great, they're also making all the cards usable for every level. It's not like you come into the game brand new because, okay, so Paragon has this. Every game does this. Every game. I don't care what you say. Every game does it so it can fit you with the right players that you're meant to play with. They start. Okay, there's a hidden elo system. It's a shadow elo. It's a shadow tracker, or MMR if you call it that. Matchmaking rating. Okay, so what they do is they have an algorithm that shows you or like puts you with people that you should be with to play against, so it's not severely in your favor or severely in the other team's favor. Now it can go that way sometimes depending on what time zone you're in and how many people are awake and playing at that time, or if there's games going on and they can't find players for you to play with, they'll throw you in a match with somebody who may be 200 elo higher than you. But it's all about the algorithm and the way the algorithm figures it out. Now, when you first come into the game, you will be, according to Agora.gg stats. Now, it's a third-party program. It's not, actually sponsored by Epic Games, and it's not their own official elo tracker system. But by Agora.gg, you start out at 1,200 elo, which is silver. Okay, and there's a lot of people. There's people I play with that are level 90, and they're in silver. So coming to the game as a new player or a returning player that hasn't played since early access / monolith, you're not going to have cards that these level 90 players have. You could come into the game and pick, I don't know, Chimera, and you might build him all damage with, Shatter Golem and all that stuff, all the overpowered stuff. You could build him with all that. But say the enemy player has, I don't know, Zinx. For instance, you're playing against Zinx and you're a Chimera and you go to gank the off lane, or your safe lane, which is their off lane, and you jump on her and she activates Storm Diami and you take 65% of the damage that you deal, and you don't know how to deal with it because you've never seen that card before. Because that player's level 90 and you're level like 10. So it makes it a lot harder for newer players to get into the game because there's a lot of stuff that you can't get because you're not leveled up enough. And that makes it worse for new players or returning players. So they listened to the community and they made all cards accessible for every level and every rank, which I think is amazing. So reputation decreased, all cards available to all levels, and the new characters coming out in 42.3. I am really excited about this update, and I hope you guys are as well. Feel free to comment and give your opinion on it. I will be reading through and replying to the comments in the comment section below. But yeah, it's been remixed here, or not remixed. God, I'm so used to calling myself remixed. It's been Lotus. Peace.